Okay, hello everyone. How are you? Hello. Тыңдаусың
Hi,
естіп тұрмын?
teacher. Good evening.
Okay, I think others will join us later. Let's get started. Today we are discuss a new topic, free time and hobby. If examinator will ask from you about your free time and hobby, how you have to answer. Today we learn a new vocabulary and the sample answers relating to this topic. Let's get started. The first option, if examinator will ask you, what do you do in your free time? How we can start? For the beginning, we can start. Whenever I have free time, I like to go for a stroll in the park, right? Free time, it means spare time, leisure time, got time, downtime, some me time, and enough time. The meanings of these words are same. They mean free time. I like to go for a stroll. Do you know this word? Go for a stroll.
No, I don't.
It means walking, right? I like to go for a walk. It means walking. You can also say, I like to take a walk in the park. The second is my favorite hobby. Tell me about your hobby. How you can start? You can start, my favorite hobby is, for example, my favorite hobby is reading a book. My favorite hobby is listening to music. My favorite hobby is enjoying music. The third option is if I find myself with. If I find myself with means free time, right? If you are free, you can say, if I find myself with, I like to go for a gym. Yep, if you are free, you like to go for a gym. I'm at a loose end. What does it mean? I'm at a loose end. It is a great expression. It means there is nothing special to do. For example, if I find myself at a loose end, I like to listen to music. Егер менде бос уақыт болса, менде бұл жерде істейтін ешнәрсе болмаса, мен музыка тыңдағанды жақсы көремін деген мағынаны білдіреді. You can also say, if I find myself at the loose end, I like to go to swimming pool, right? There are synonyms of free time. Instead of saying free time, you can say leisure time, spare time, time to kill. What does mean time to kill? It means free time. When you have nothing to do. Whenever I have time to kill, I like to go for a gym, right? In some cases, people say, stop killing your time, do something. Уақыт өлтіргенді қой, бір нәрсемен айналыс. Time on my hands, it means free time. Whenever I have time on my hands, I like to reading a book, reading a newspaper. Downtime, it means free time too. The next is, what are your hobbies? Or what are your pastimes? They are synonym. You can say hobby or pastime activities or hobby. Do you know gerund? Have you ever heard gerund?
Yes.
Okay. Gerund, it means whenever to verb we add ing, it convert to noun, right? Яғни етістікке ing жалғап, біз оны зат есімге айналдырамыз. For example, read, we added ing. It convert to noun. Reading, riding a bike, cooking. For example, reading is my pastime activity. Бұл жердегі reading деген етістіктің емес, зат есімнің рөлін атқарып тұр, оқу менің хоббиім. Next is I like plus noun. Яғни I like-тен кейін біз зат есімге ing жалғайды екенбіз. осы формамен жасалынады екен. I like-тан кейінгі сөз. For example, I like singing. Мына жерде етістікке ing жалғап, зат есімге айналдырып тұр. I like singing. Instead of saying I like, you can say I'm into. I'm into cooking. I'm fond of sleeping in. I'm keen on studying English. I'm obsessed with listening to music. Yeah, I'm obsessed with. It means I like. I really like. Proposition plus verb is always a gerund. Яғни propositionнан кейін біз всегда ing жалғайды екенбіз, иә? Мына жерде қарасаңыздар, into, of, on, with деген prepositionнан кейін етістікке ing жалғанған. Мына жерде біз I'm fond of sleep деп айта алмайды екенбіз, иә? I'm into cook деп айта алмайды екенбіз. Міндетті түрде етістікке ing жалғап айтады екенбіз. For example, you said about your hobby. Yeah. For example, I like singing. Then you have to answer why you like singing. There is a great expression to tell about it. For example, I'm into cooking. Why? Because it helps me unwind. It helps me relax. It helps me disconnect. It helps me kick back. All of these words means relax, yeah? Расслабиться деген мағынаны білдіреді. Төртеуінің мағына жағынан расслабиться деген мағынаны білдіреді. It helps me unwind. It helps me relax. It helps me disconnect from job, yeah? It helps me kick back from study деп айтуға. Or you can say it is a great way to unwind. It's a great way to relax. It's a great way to disconnect деп айтуға болады екен. It helps me unwinding, it helps me relaxing деп айтылмайды. Тек етістіктің өзі ғана тұрады. Next is I find it. Я нахожу это. I find it therapeutic. I find it relaxing. I find it rewarding. I find it satisfying. The meanings are same. They means relax. I find it rewarding. For example, I'm keen on studying English. I find it rewarding. Мен ағылшын оқыған жақсы көремін. Себебі мен бұны пайдалы деп санаймын, пайдалы деп табамын деген сияқты. I find it reward деп айтпаймыз, I find it rewarding. Міндетті түрде етістікке ing жалғанады екен. I find it therapeutic деп айтады екенбіз. Міндетті түрде етістікке ing жалғап айтамыз. I find it too relaxed деп айтпаймыз. Ол қате болады. If you don't have any hobbies, you can say I don't have any hobbies as such. Менің ондай қатты бір айналысатын хоббиім жоқ деген мағынаны білдіреді. For example, I don't have any hobbies as such because I'm always swamped with work. What does it mean, swamped with work? You are busy, right? You have too much work. That's why you don't have any time to do a hobby. Or you can say, for example, I don't have any hobbies as such because I'm always swamped with my work, but my wife into cooking. But I find it isn't my thing. Yeah, cooking isn't my thing. Яғни isn't my thing деген бұл менікі емес, это не мое деген сияқты. Or you can say gardening isn't really for me. Gardening деген яғни бақшада гүл егу, ағаш отырғызу, огородтың жұмыстарын gardening деп, бір сөзбен gardening деп айтуға болады екен. Gardening isn't really for me. Gardening бұл маған арналмаған, бұл менікі емес деп айтуға болады екен. The next is how have hobbies changed over the years? Уақыт өте келе сіздің хоббиіңіз қалай өзгерді? For example, in the past, we used to play outside. Біз бұрын далада ойнадық. Я, used to деген не? Used to деген бұрын қолданған іс-әрекет, бірақ қазір біз оны қолданбаймыз. Осыны жаттап алған дұрыс, я? I used to live деп, hometownда қолдандық қой, hometown топикте. I used to live in Астана, but currently I'm living in Шымкент деген сияқты. Яғни бұл жерде бұрын көп далада ойнаған, бірақ қазір ойнамайды деген мағынаны бұл жерде білдіреді. You can say, we used to cook at home, but currently we are mostly eating out. Я, біз бұрын үйде тамақ пісірсек, қазір көбінесе сырттан тамақ ішеміз. Previously we would play outside. Я, бұрын біз далада ойнаушы едік, сыртта ойнаушы едік. We would деген едік, да, мы могли бы деген сияқты. Previously, it means in the past. They are synonym. Back in the day. Back in the day, we often played outside. Back in the day means in the past, yeah? Бұрынғы күнге оралсақ, я, бұрынғы күнге қайтсақ деген мағына егер тікелей аударсақ. Бұрын біз көбінесе далада ойнайтын едік. Яғни oftenнен кейін сіздер verb қоясыздар, бірақ verb өткен шақта болады. Немесе иде жалғайсыздар, немесе екінші формаға қоямыз. Plus simple past. Yeah, played болады. Oftenнен кейін played жалғаймыз. If you talk about pastime hobbies, yeah, өткен шақта істеген хобби туралы айтатын болсақ, осылай қолданады екенбіз. If we say about our present day's hobby, how we talk, we start, nowadays we tend to spend more time indoors activities, yeah? Біз қазір көбінесе уақытымызды indoors деген бір какой-то бір помещениенің ішінде болатын активитилар. Например, reading a book, listening music, or sitting at the internet, surfing internet деп айтатын болсақ, ол indoor activity болады. These days, we typically spend more time indoors, yeah? Бұл күндері біз әдетте көп уақытымызды бір кеңістіктің ішінде, я, үйдің ішінде өткіземіз деген мағына. You can say we spend more time or a lot of time. How we will talk about our future hobbies. We talk, all hobbies will be virtual, right? Барлық хоббилар виртуально болады. If we talk about future action, we use will, right? Көмекші етістік willді қолданамыз. We will be glued to our screens even more than now. Біз болашақта glued to our screens деген интернетті көп қолдану деген мағынаны білдіреді. Яғни интернетке желімде жабысып қалу, қайта-қайта қарай беру деген сияқты мағынаны білдіреді. Яғни болашақта біз көп телефонды ұстаймыз, я, интернет қолданамыз, даже қазірге қарағанда. Мына жерде салыстырып тұр. More than now, қазірге қарағанда. Even деген даже. Тіпті. There will be creative hobbies like blogging, yeah? There will be creative hobbies. Бұл жерде креативный хоббилар болады. Мысалы, blogging, yeah? Блогерство. Let's discuss vocabulary. Grew to love. What does it mean? Grew to love. It means you started loving something, yeah? For example, I grew to love playing the guitar. Мен гитарада ойнауды жақсы көріп бастадым. Next is to take it up. Instead of saying begin, start, we can say take it up. For example, I take it up when I was 15 years. Мен 15 жаста болған кезде бастадым, я? Егер сіз бір хоббиді айтатын болсаңыз, I take it up this hobby when I was 5 years. Мен 5 жаста болғанда бұл хоббиді бастадым. Instead of saying I started, we can say took it up. To be smitten with somebody or something. To be loving or fall in love. Я, бір нәрсені жақсы көріп қалу, бір нәрсені или біреуге ғашық болып қалу. For example, I was smitten with playing the guitar. Мен гитарада ойнауды жақсы көріп қалдым деген мағынаны білдіреді. To be not really one for. It means to be not fond of something. It means you don't like it. I was not really one for hobbies. Я мен ешқандай хоббиді жақсы көрмеймін. Мен ешқандай фанат емеспін. Going on at means to tell someone to do something. They don't want to do it. Я біреу бір нәрсені істегісі келмейді, бірақ сіз оған оны жасатасыз, я? My parents were always going on at me to pursue a hobby. Менің ата-анам үнемі маған хоббимен айналысуды жасатқызатын еді. Яғни біреуге бір нәрсені жасатқызу. Бірақ ол оны жасауды қаламайды. Сол кезде біз going on at somebody деп қолдансақ болады, я? For example, my wife always going on at me to tidy up my socks. To pursue a hobby. What does it mean to pursue a hobby? It means to do a hobby. Instead of saying do a hobby, you can say pursue a hobby. Took heed. What does it mean took heed? Took heed means listen or follow advice of someone. For example, in the end, I took heed of my mother. Yeah? В конце концов, мен анамның советін тыңдадым деген мағынаны білдіреді. In the end, you can also say at the end of the day. At the end of the day means in the end. They are synonym. Get into it big time. What does it mean? Get into it big time. It means do it something a lot of time. Yeah, бір нәрсені көп рет жасау. For example, I get into it big time. Яғни бір хобби туралы айтып келе жатасыздар да. For example, my hobby is jogging. I get into it big time. Менің хоббиім жүгіру, мен оны көп уақыт жасаймын, я? Күнде жасаймын. Көп рет жасаймын деген сөз. Were quite on edge. It means worried or nervous. For example, I remember my parents were quite on edge. Yeah, менің ата-анам менің есімде менің ата-анам мен үшін алаңдады. Алаңдады дегенді жай ғана worried деп қоймай, were quite on edge десеңіз, бұл сіздің спикингте балыңызды көбейтеді. Do you have any questions relating to this topic, vocabularies? Сөздер түсінікті болып жатыр ма?
No question.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have any questions, I will ask from you a question. What are your hobbies? This question goes on Miss Saltanat. What are your hobbies? Try to use these vocabularies. Hello.
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
My favorite hobby is watching movies. I prefer historical movies, such as about war and war.
Tell me about your hobbies in the past.
Hobbies in the past?
Right.
In the past, I used to hiking.
I used to hike.
I used to hike with my close friends, and we arranged any hiking, not parties, hiking time for us. And after that, right now I have no enough time for it, and I waste my weekends for my job, as I had a lot of tasks. I have a lot of tasks.
You are busy, right?
Amount.
You are busy of your work. Okay, thank you for answers. Next is Miss Ahmaral. Tell me about your hobbies. Miss Ahmaral.
Hello.
Hello.
About my hobbies.
Right.
My hobby is my hobbies.
Hobbyіңіз
I
қандай?
don't hobby.
Егер
My
хоббиіңіз
hobbies.
болмаса, I don't have any hobbies as such деп айтуға болады.
So или нет, тігуді не дейді?
Knitting.
Knitting. My hobby is knitting. I like these hobbies very much, and sometimes I like to hide. Something such as dress for my children's and scarf. So and I nowadays now I decided to carry this tradition to carry on, да? Дальше вести вот эту традицию.
Carry.
In my free time. In my free time.
Okay. Why do you like this hobby? Наларды қолданыңыз.
It helps me. It's great way to relax, and for me, because if I do this action, I relax.
This action емес, this activity деп айтайық, иә?
This activity,
You find it more relaxing, right?
Relaxing, yes.
Okay, thank you for answers. Next is Miss Paljan. What do you do in your free time?
Whenever I have a leisure time, I'm watching K-dramas. And
I like to watching the buttons. I like to watch.
Okay. I like to watch K-drama, and it's great way to unwind.
Unwind.
Unwind, and also helps me relax.
Okay, tell me about your hobbies in the past.
In the past, I used to play volleyball, especially in my 8th, 9th grade at school.
How long have you attended this activity? Yani qancha vaqt bo'yi aylanasizmi?
I attend it for
I have been playing deb aytыңыз, ya. I have been played deb
maybe
aytуға болады. Мгм.
attend. I have been attend it for. Ой, sorry, sizin dausыңыз.
Естілмей жатыр ма? How long have you played the volleyball?
Hello?
Айта беріңіз, естіліп тұр.
Hello? Siz mаған eshitілмей қалдыңыз, тоқтап қалдыңыз да бірдеңе айтып жатқанда.
Енді естіліп тұр ма?
Енді естіліп жатыр, иә.
Мгм. How long have you played the volleyball?
I have been attend деп айтамын да.
I have been played деп айтыңыз.
I have been played volleyball for between 8th and 10th grade.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for answers. Next is Miss Shuldas. Tell me about your hobby.
Thank you. So whenever I have spare time, I would love to watch the Korean dramas like Miss Baojan, and I'm really into it because I find it really satisfying, and it helps me to disconnect with my disconnect from the stress and other problems in the world. I'm going to the imagine world and relaxing by watching the Korean dramas. And actually, I have the I'd love to walk around the park and listen to the music. It's great. It's great way to kick back from the any kind of depressions or stress or any kind of exhausted feelings. And I don't that's at the past
The past?
in the past,
Mhm.
yes, the past, when I was a child, I used to play with the toys, but actually I destroyed them and maybe make my own toys. And I actually think that therefore I think that in the future the toys will not be hobbies. Playing with the toys will not be the hobby to future children. And when I was 13 years old, I took on
Took
up watching the Korean dramas, drawing, and walking by listening music. So that's all.
Okay, thank you for answer. Next is Miss Gulzat. What do you do in your spare time? Miss Gulzat? Are you hear me, Miss Gulzat? Okay. She has internet connection maybe. Then now our speaking club will hosted by Miss Jania. She will tell you about vocabularies relating to this topic. Miss Jania.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much for being there. All right, so how are you, ladies and gentlemen? Are you okay? Do you like the class? Do you like the speaking club?
Yes.
Thank
Yeah,
you. All right,
okay.
so and now in today's class we have a topic, about free time, about your hobbies, what do you like to do in your leisure time, and what do you not like to do? Yeah. Okay, hopefully you got a lot of handful of things about everything about, you know, about vocabulary, the meaning of those words, step by step. All right, now I'm gonna kick off the first word, which is get up to. All right, I get up to a lot of things. So instead of saying I do a lot of things, you can actually say I get up to a lot of things. All right, this word indicates your level in the first place, and also it shows your ability to speak in English. Am I right? To the examiner, okay? And afterwards, you'll get a perfect result, actually. Okay, good. Now, step by step, I'll tell you the meaning of those words, okay? Don't worry. Because they're all right, so some words seem a little bit simple and straightforward to understand, but others not, so don't worry. The next one is I'm passionate about something. Let's say I'm passionate about baking a cake. I'm passionate about reading a poet, for example, and also I'm passionate about traveling in the globe. It means you do like something, all right? You're really into, you do like it with your heart. Okay, I love this word, which is I'm passionate about, all right? And the third one is I play the guitar for fun. It's just for fun, actually, in order to make it fun, and in order to make it funny, etc. Okay, which is kind of simple word, but that makes sense if you do use it. And the fourth one is I play the guitar, but I'm just an amateur. So this one means that you do love doing something, not for making money. You just love it. You passionate about it, right? Those amateur means you beat it. Okay, good. And the fifth one is I regularly paint, or I frequently paint. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do you know the word frequently and regularly? Regularly. All right, frequently, yes? It's a length and a time of something, of how long, for instance, have you do it, or something like that. I frequently. Okay. And the sixth one, I go shopping whenever I can. Well, if you have let's say a spare time, you love shopping, right? Because especially women do love shopping, purchasing something, luxury things, accessories, clothes, for example. And also we, we, oh my goodness, I just cannot describe it, how much I will be happy when I go to shopping, for example, with my mom or with my friends and, girls, when someone purchase me something, or like to you guys, yeah, for your birthday, and also for your just for like in order to make you happy. That's amazing. So you can say I go shopping whenever I can. Okay, that's perfect word to describe about your feelings or whatever you can do. Okay, the seventh one, it's the measurement of time. I play the piano as often as I can. All right, so you can say, for instance, I learn English as often as I can, right? I'm trying my best, I'm learning my best. And that's the thing, all right? Because I'm trying to become the best version of myself in this life. So you can use as often as I can, okay? As often as I can. That's the perfect word. So you can take a picture of it or we will send you. Don't worry. And the eighth one, I go to the gym whenever I get a chance. So these words are slightly similar to each other, okay? Whenever I get a chance. So if you have a chance, you want to go to the gym or you want to spend some time with their family members or with their children or with their husband, etc. Okay? Whenever I get a chance. And the ninth one, I recently took up going to fitness. So you start to like go to the fitness, right? Go to the fitness. Took up something, you started it. You actually started it for the first time, right? And this one, I decided to have a go at swimming. It actually means to try something new, right? You're trying to do something new in your life. For instance, let's say you can, I have a plan to have a go at, let's say driving, right? Because I don't know, or yeah, I don't know how to drive actually, but I decided to do that. Something like that. So it depends on you, okay? On your sentence. And this one, again, I decided to try my hand at painting. So to try someone's hand at something, it actually means you started to do something for the first time in your life. For the first time in your life. That's why we use the verb decided, right? Decided. So please pay attention to the verb, okay? To try my hand at, let's say, I don't know, having a relationship, reading, and driving, cooking, baking, and blogging, or etc. YouTubing too. So just try to use various verbs, okay? Not reading or dancing over and over again because like makes the examiner really bored. That's why be careful. And the 12th. It's pretty simple basically. I find that it helps me stay in shape, right? I find that it helps me stay in shape. Or you found something that is extremely helpful for you and helpful for you too. So it's a kind of simple word, like phrasal verb to remember and to learn them by heart. Okay. And 13, so it's kind of, going out with their mate. All right, perfect. It allows me to just hang out, meet up, chill out with friends. So it actually means hang out, go out, right? Go out to the nightclub, for example, but this kind of very bad for girls, and also not only clubs, but also to the cafe, to the restaurant. And we do have a lot of things actually to do, right? Or just hang out on the street, breath with the fresh air, try to refresh your mind, right? This one, meet up. You're meeting up with someone, right? Meet up. Today, I've decided to meet up with my friend. Today, I've decided to meet up with my ex-girlfriend, for example. You can say kind of. It depends on you. Sometimes it sounds really ridiculous, but you need to make your own examples too. And chill out. Well, chill out, it's kind of chill someone out. Like, making someone happy, right? In one word to say, and making someone feel extremely good about herself or himself. Okay, good. So is it understandable for you guys? You want to continue?
Yes.
Yes, of
Mhm.
course.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. And for teens, all right. For instance, if you want to present something that is, again, that you like and love, adore, appreciate, you can say it's a nice way to keep fit. So, you can say it's a nice way to write a book, right? And also it's a nice way to hang out with my friend, or yeah, something like that. It's a nice way. I think it's pretty understandable for you. Okay. And 15th one, it has a calming effect. So what does it mean, calming effect? You know, exactly, these days people are getting a little bit bored, and also they are stressed. Sometimes even they're burned out and depressed. And when they have found something to cherish and to unwind themselves, you can actually use the phrase the verb stress. I mean, calming effect. Calming effect. Some like calms you down, right? So you can just relax and to enjoy your own time. Yeah. For instance, whenever I'm reading a book, whenever I am reading a romance book, it has a calming effect, right? Something like that. Or um or you can say, if I cake, for example, if I bake a cake, it has a calming effect to my body, to my whole body. You can say something like that, okay? But it's a perfect and cool way to describe how you feel about yourself again, right? Something affects you. And 16 is one, it's a great stress buster. All right, that is, I think, understandable. Stress buster, like decrease the stress that you have right now, right? I know it's sometimes hard to stay in a positive all the time, but it's okay not to feel okay, right? At the same time. So you can actually say it's when I do watch motivational videos, or when I listen to calm musics, it's kind of stress buster to me. Stress buster. And 17th one, I'm a bit of a culture vulture. That means, who do you like to go to the museum, art, theater, and also some historical places and spots, right? For instance, in every country, they do have and they must have some places where people can um, where people can encounter historical spots, right? As a tourist, of course, or as a local too. So if you're really interested in the culture, if you're really interested in the tradition of some country, so you can use I'm a bit culture vulture. Okay? I'm a bit of a culture. And 18th, I lead on an active social life. All right. I think it's depends. I mean, it's both for students and also for adults, because without an active social life, you cannot have a balanced life. So both you need to study and then you need to relax at the same time, right? There's no way to work like a workaholic, right? From day until night. Oh my goodness. So you can use social life, right? I do prefer an active social life, or you can say I'm in my weekends, I do prefer making an active social life with my friends, right? Playing a basketball, for instance, or playing a volleyball outside is kind of perfect thing for us in order to keep in a fit, right? In order to keep in a shape. Yeah. Okay. And the 20th one, I regularly take a brisk walk in the morning. Take just a brisk walk. You need to use this expression exactly with verbs, okay? Brisk, something which is like too fast, not too fast, but it's fast. All right, sometimes several people do prefer walking in the morning before they heading to their job. For instance, I do prefer a brisk walk in the morning before I go to my university, or like brisk walk in the morning every single day at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. Depends on you, but just a brisk walk. It's a perfect word to describe again your social life. Okay, and all right. 21st, I took off working out because I need to burn fat, which means to lose weight. Working out, work out. Okay, okay. Which means you need like go to the gym, right? Work out, because I need to burn fat, which simply means lose weight. Instead of saying lose weight, you can say I need to burn fat, which sounds much more advanced. And you do have, perfect vocabulary, the perfect range of vocabulary, right? So you do prefer speaking that way. An examiner will understand you, that you're a perfect candidate, and you're worth to get, at least 7 or 7.5 in the speaking test. And that's it. It's the end of our vocabulary section, and now it's time to make a couple of examples in terms of those vocabularies, right? Using those vocabularies. I want to kick off the first example by asking the Miss Sanira Neto. Sanira Neto, are you here? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so please, can you make an example using those verbs and expressions that you like to do, that you like to use? Okay, let's go.
I get up to a lot of things. You mean this sentence?
No. Look. You have to make an example using one of these words, okay? Not all of them first, just one or two. It depends on you.
Okay. Just 1 second.
Please be careful when I'm talking, when I'm asking something to someone. It's really crucial. And please, others' attention. I want to be ready, okay? I mean about others. Yeah, ready?
I'm a bit of a culture vulture for Europe.
For what?
Is this sentence right? I just coming a lesson late, so a little bit
And you said
understand.
I'm a bit of culture vulture.
And I'm a bit of cultural vulture. It means like
why you're a culture vulture? Explain.
Okay. Because actually I'm my favorite cultural vulture is going to some concerts to listen music or like violoncello. Oh,
listen to music.
Yeah, listen to music like violoncellos or something like another instruments, and but also I love arts, and to before when I'm going to travel Dubai, I go to the one museum. It's like library museum. There are
Mhm.
I see a lot of like
I
library
saw.
and I saw yeah I saw
Mhm.
a lot of like books like it's you know like imagine one picture and they in the one room we can see a lot of most of books no I mean a lot of books and it's very to saw very how can I say luxury maybe yeah.
Mhm.
So I love that museum and other if I say other museum in Almaty we have also some kind of arts museum but I most of them I like arts to see some of the picture so that's all.
That's enough. Thank you. All right. The next one is Miss Boljan, please. Ready? Hopefully you're here. Okay.
Men ba?
Yes, your name is Boljan. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's your.
Yeah, I decided to try my hand at cooking,
Mhm.
and because last days I want I wanna cook what I want, and like a signature dish. Um, for example, I like flour meals and with
Feel free, please. Come on. Let's go.
так, я забыла вперед.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
be concentrate your mind first, and then you'll.
Oh, that's all. That's all. I don't have any
All right,
idea.
thank you. All. I think that's it. All right, good. And please, Miss me. All right. Gulzat? Miss Gulzat? Are you here? Because I cannot hear you. All right. Please, the next example will be by Miss Sultanat.
Yes.
Do you know what to do?
Yes.
Let's try.
It's about hobby, yeah? I thought I replied already.
Well, look, I've explained the meaning of those words and expressions, so all you have to do is to try to make a sentence, an example of using those words, okay? Right now, because they're making it step by step. Did you get that?
Not. No.
Okay, if you're busy, goes to
No.
another person.
No,
Are you
I'm
free now? Are you okay?
not. Yeah, I think I missed any information.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just I'm gonna give you some time, right, to prepare.
Okay.
All right. The next one is Miss Жұлдыз Жұмашева.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I always take a brisk walk during the day. Maybe it was in the morning or in the evening
Mhm.
or afternoon, due to my daughter. So
Mhm.
since I was born, I need to walk, and when I am walking with her, when I am walking with her, I am taking a brisk walk, and it's a nice way to burn fat and lose weight. And I as a lot as I am not a sporty person, so I offer for other people who is not sporty person to brisk walk, to weight loss, lose weight, and it helps me. It helps me after pregnancy, and give a life, give a birth to my daughter.
All right, perfect. Yes, that's amazing. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And the next one is Miss Akmarel. Ready?
Mhm.
Let's go.
About my hobbies, да?
So
I
I
have to use this.
told you, make a sentence of using those words.
Is this Howard? So I get up to a lot of things, but especially I like to take care of flowers, and I like to take care of flowers and grow them. I find that it helps me stay in shape, and I decided to have a good. I decided to try my hand at growing flowers. So до этого сейчас. I haven't done flowers before. One day I was given a beautiful flowers, and that I decided to take care of it.
For it,
take,
yes.
So flowers, it has a calming effect, because flowers calm a person. When I look at these beauty flowers, I relax. That's all.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, it was perfect for me and for others too. And now, Miss Sultanat, you ready?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Need to use one of these phrase or verb, yeah, to make.
Yes. So you need to make an example of using those words, okay?
Need to use each word, or need to use one word and make the topic.
Yeah, so just use a one word to make an example right now.
Okay, it is a nice way to keep fit. It is I think doing exercise every day, it will be help to keep fit,
Mm-hmm.
and you can burn fat
Mm-hmm.
and keep your perfect
Mm-hmm.
forms
Yes. In a shape.
and shape. Also, it will make it will help with your health, as doing exercise every day. It is useful for our health,
Mm-hmm.
health and a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Who starts every day from exercises, doing exercise, and you can provide yourself a perfect day.
Yes.
You can be more effective in your work responsibilities and make successful tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be provide you any good things for whole day.
Yes, that's good actually. Thank you for your response. So, think we're done. Yes. Was it understandable for you guys? Is it like no questions, comments about that? Okay, if you're done, it's time to watch an amazing, useful video. Okay?
Okay, now we will watch video about speaking IELTS question. Actually, this channel really helpful for your speaking, which is not only helps your expand your vocabulary, but also it also helps to be familiar with recent questions in real IELTS exam. Let's watch this video. Before starting this video, you have to pay attention to the candidate's answer, right? How she behaves herself in front of examiner, and after finishing this video, we will discuss together. Okay, let's get started.
It doesn't listen.
Естіп жатыр ма?
Жоқ,
No.
Қазір.
Start strong. When in
Естілді.
Окей, басна.
parts, we are conducting this exam in Jharkhand Ranchi, speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test, and I will give you instructions for each of the 3 parts. We are conducting this exam in Jharkhand Ranchi. The time right now is 14 o'clock. May I see your passport?
Certainly. Here's my passport. Please take a look.
And what is your full name?
My full name is Riya Singh. Please call me Riya.
Tip 1. Start strong. When introducing yourself and presenting your passport, speak in full sentences. Don't just say, yeah, sure. Instead, say, certainly. Here's the passport I have used to register for this exam. Please have a look. Just like Riya, this will build your confidence and fluency so you can get higher scores. When asked for your name, give your full name and then tell the examiner, please call me by my first name. It's this kind of introduction that sets the stage for Band 8s and Band 9s. Okay, Ria. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better, and some questions on a general topic. Do you work or study?
Currently, I am pursuing studies. I'm enrolled in the bachelor's degrees of mathematics.
Do you have a hobby?
Yes, I have a hobby. I am passionate about painting. I feel joy and relaxation in expressing myself through art. I explore new colors, textures, and techniques, and also serve me as a form of self-expression when I am dealing with art. I particularly like to paint a landscape or nature-related paintings. It's a wonderful way to unwind and channel my artistic side.
For the icebreaker questions, like for the rest of the speaking, make sure to give answers, explanations, and examples. Like when an examiner asks you, do you have any hobbies? Instead of listing lots of hobbies, reading, listening to music, playing sports, focus on just 1 or 2 and give clear explanations. I like to read books because I'm enthralled with the adventures provided by good literature. Just yesterday, I started to read the book Lord of the Rings. It's this kind of detailed communication that leads to higher scores. Let's talk about emails. Do you often send emails?
Yes, I often send email related academic purpose, at least 4 or 5 emails each day, as discussing about my assignment guidelines with my professor or coordinating with my classmates related group projects, etc.
How important do you think emails are in today's world?
Emails are highly important in today's world because it is a very efficient way of communication. It is easy information exchange. I usually send emails with my professor to discuss about assignment guidelines or just discuss with my classmate about some assignments. Yesterday, I sent a last-minute email to my classmate to discuss about group project.
What kind of emails do you usually send?
I usually send academic related emails such as discussing about the project with my classmates, scheduling meetings with my colleagues, or requesting clarification with my professors, such as the email I sent yesterday was related to quadratic equation.
How do you feel when you receive a personal email?
When I receive a personal email, I feel very happy and connected, especially when it is from a family friend or my close friend. Recently, I received an email from my dad encouraging me from my studies, and I felt over the moon after reading it.
Do you think emails are more convenient than traditional letters? Why or why not?
Yes, emails are more convenient than traditional letters because it facilitates efficient communication, easy archiving, eliminate the traditional way of sending emails through postage. For example, if you want to send an email to an employer, it helps you to reach the resume easy to the employer with eliminating the time of sending the email.
How often do you check your email inbox?
I check my email inbox almost every day to keep myself updated about academic related information such as cancellation of any classes or just update myself with the university announcements.
Have you ever had any issues or misunderstandings due to email communication?
Yes, there have been instances where there was miscommunication due to absence of non-verbal cues in email. A month ago, there was a misinterpretation of tone of an email which led to misunderstanding with one of my classmates. It got resolved after speaking face to face with her.
How do you feel about receiving promotional or marketing emails?
Promotional or marketing emails can be informative, but excess of them can be overwhelming. I enjoy getting exclusive discounts or information about my favorite brand, but receiving them every day excessively can be bothersome.
Оформить ВНЖ в Венгрии можно в срок от 4 месяцев, если обратиться в iWorld. Почему именно Венгрия?
That is the end of part 1. We will now continue with part 2. Ria does an outstanding job answering questions in part 1 about emails. Her coherence, fluency, lexical resource, grammatical range, and accuracy, as well as pronunciation, reach at least a band 8. Very good in English. This is clearly present when the examiner asks, have you ever had miscommunications due to email communications? She uses the present perfect in her answer and says, yes, I have had misunderstandings when communicating with emails and not having verbal cues. And then she explains and gives an example. It is important to reflect the grammar of questions. Make sure to practice this. When the grammar of the question is present perfect, immediately respond with, yes, I have. I have experienced this. In this way, the examiner knows that you're able to reflect appropriate grammar. You can practice this kind of language on our website by connecting with other students. Click on Student Partner Speaking and find speaking partners around Speaking Tutor. Now, on to part 2. For this part, I'm going to show you some questions. You will have 1 minute to read these questions. Think about your answers. You can take notes during this time if you wish. You have your note paper and your pencil there. And then you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. I will tell you when to start, when to stop. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Talk about a creative idea you have had at home, at work, or at school. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now.
During my time studying in Ranchi University, I had this creative idea of creating an Olympic math for my fellow students. This idea struck me in the second year when I realized that students have a fear for math and they lack enthusiasm towards math. I wanted to create a positive platform for students so they feel enthusiastic about math. To bring this idea into fruition, I took support from my faculty, administrations, and my peer. I discussed about this creative idea with my professors and they were thrilled about this idea and they helped me throughout the process and guided me. We secure venue and gather all the resources required for this quiz like games, puzzles, and extended invitation to all the students from all the different departments. The Math Olympics idea is innovative because it aims to transfer the perception of math being daunting to enjoyable. It blends learning with healthy competition, making math accessible to all the students of different proficiency. Furthermore, it also fostered critical thinking, problem-solving ability among students, and positive impact toward maths. And students feel very confident and they feel like they will also take such competition in future. This idea was innovative because it helped to transfer the perception of math from being difficult to fun and enjoyable.
That is the end of part 2. Your time is up. I will stop you there. We will now continue with part 3. Ria does a lovely job presenting her creative idea on Math Olympics. She explains when she had this idea, the reason that she had this idea, the details of the idea, what she needed for this idea to become reality, such as getting permission from the faculty and staff at the university. Then she explains the results of the idea, mentioning that students are now more happy talking about math and doing math equations. And then she even suggests some improvements for the future. Whenever discussing an idea for part 2, keep these steps in mind: the origin of the idea, the timing of the idea, the requirements needed for the idea to become a reality, the results and improvements. As long as you cover these points while paying attention to the questions on the cue card, you too will do a stellar job. Practice your answer for this Part 2 cue card and send it to us in MP3 format for a free speaking assessment below. This part, I will ask you some more questions related to the topic of Part 2. Can you put your note paper to the side, turn it over, please, your pencil as well. Let's talk more about creative ideas. In what situations do people often come up with creative ideas?
People often come up with creative ideas when they are faced with real life problems, such as coming up with alternative energy sources to combat environmental problems, such as electronic car, or developing medical devices to improve healthcare.
Part 3 questions are specific.
Okay, that's end of the real exam. Жалпы IELTS exam 15 немесе 20 минутқа созылады. Осылай бір кабинетке кіресіздер, осылай отырасыздар. Я face to face болады. Егер сіздер paper based таңдасаңыздар, ал егер компьютер based болса, Zoom-мен болуы мүмкін, экзаменатормен. Бірақ көбіне face to face болады. Яғни, мына қыз қалай бастады? Жалпы бұл band 9 score, я 9 балға жауап берген.
Each of the 3 parts. We're conducting this exam in Jharkhand. Ranchi, the time right now is 14.
Please take a look.
And what is your full name?
My full name is Riya Singh. Please call me Riya.
Tip 1. Start.
Яғни introduction-ды бастаған кезде жай ғана мені қараңыз, менің паспортым деп айтпай, here's my passport, please take a look, here's my passport that I use for registration деп толық айтқан дұрыс. Я, қалай сіз бастадыңыз, бұл сіздің көрсетеді, қаншалықты сіздің ағылшыныңызды білетініңізді. Яғни introduction бастау бұл өте маңызды. Introduction-ды бастайды, біріншіден паспортыңыз сұрайды, содан кейін аты жөніңізді сұрайды. Please tell me full name. Яғни толық аты жөніңізді айтасыздар. My first name is Салтанат, my second name is Карыбаева. You can just call me by my first name Салтанат деп жауап беру керек екен.
Start strong. Don't just register fluency. Tell the that. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better, and some questions on a general topic. Do you work or study?
Currently, I am pursuing studies.
Жалпы part 1-да жалпы сұрақтар қойылады, күнделікті өмірге байланысты сіздер оқисыздар ма, жұмыс істейсіздер ма, болмаса сіздердің хоббиларыңызды сұрау мүмкін. Тек бір ғана тақырыпты айтпайды, бұл жерде әртүрлі тақырыптарды сіздерден сұрайды. Сондықтан да IELTS-қа кірмес бұрын сіздер алдын ала сұрақтарыңызды дайындап алып, соған дайындалып кірген дұрыс та. Күнде практика жасап дайындалатын болсаңыздар, сіздер IELTS-қа кірген кезде сразу жауап бересіздер, Жалпы IELTS-та сұраққа жауап берген кезде шынайы жауап берудің қажеті жоқ. Себебі экзаменатор сіздерді танымайды, білмейді. Сондықтан да сіздер сұраққа толық жауап бергендеріңіз, кідірмей жауап бергендеріңіз маңызды. Мына жерде бұл қызға сұрақ қойды, сіз жұмыс істейсіз ба, или оқисыз ба дейді. Currently, I'm pursuing my studies дейді. Ол жай ғана I'm studying деп жауап берген жоқ. I'm currently pursuing my studies. Pursuing my studies means жалғастыру, мен оқуымды жалғастырып жатырмын. Жаңа біз бұл сөзді оқыдық, pursue a hobby деп оқыдық. Pursue a hobby means do a hobby. I'm enrolled in a bachelor's degree, degrees of mathematics дейді. I enrolled деген ол, яғни ол оқуға түсті, қабылданды. Жай ғана I'm studying my bachelor's degree in Шымкент деудің орнына I'm enrolled in a bachelor's degree деп айтуға болады екен. Admitted деген не? I'm admitted to a bachelor's degree. Мен қабылдандым, қабылдандым деген мағынаны білдіреді.
I'm enrolled in the bachelor's degrees of mathematics.
Do you have a hobby?
Yes, I have a hobby. I am passionate about painting. I feel joy and relaxation in expressing myself.
Hobby туралы сұрап жатыр, Do you have hobby? Yes, I have a hobby дейді. қандай хоббиді жақсы көретінін айтып жатыр мына жерде. Жаңа біз өттік, я, I'm passionate about painting. Мен сурет салуды құмармын, сурет салуға құмармын, жақсы көремін. Не үшін оны жақсы көретініне мына жерге explanation беріп жатыр. Яғни сұраққа жауап бергеннен кейін, не үшін ұнайтынына explanation берген дұрыс.
Through art, I explore new colors, textures.
Мына жерде екінші хобби туралы айтып жатыр, я? Бірінші хобби туралы айтты, біріншісі painting екен, екіншісі жаңа түстерді зерттеу, текстуралар, техникаларды зерттеу екен.
And techniques, and also serve me as a form of self-expression when I am dealing with art. I particularly like to paint a landscape or nature-related paintings. It's a wonderful way to unwind and channel my art.
It's a wonderful way to unwind дейді, біз бағана өттік. Біз қалай айттық? It is a nice way to relax. It is a nice way to kick back деп айттық. Яғни бұл қыз сұраққа бірінші жауап берді, сосын explanation берді, и example беріп жатыр, я, не үшін жақсы көреді.
Artistic side.
Channel my artistic side деген, яғни артистік жағын жақсарту деген мағынаны білдіреді. Настроить деген мағына.
For the icebreaker questions, like for the rest of the speaking, make sure to give answers, explanations, and examples. Like when an examiner asks you,
Мына айтып жатыр, я, сұраққа жауап бергеннен кейін explanation беріңіз дейді, я, түсіндірме айтыңыз, одан кейін example беріңіз, я, мысал айту керек. Обязательно осы үшеуін айтып алған дұрыс болады. Сол кезде сіздердің балдарыңыз көбейеді. Жай ғана yes, no, I like, I don't like деп жауап бермей, detail беру керек.
do you have any hobbies? Instead of focus on just one or two and give
Focus on one. Тек қана бір немесе екі хоббиіңізді ғана айтқан дұрыс. Тек былай, например, хоббиім, сурет салу, жүзу, спортқа бару деп оны листить етіп отқанша, лучше біреу екеуін ғана таңдап алып, сол туралы ғана айтқан дұрыс екен, я?
give clear explanations. I like to read books because I'm enthralled with the adventures provided by good literature. Just yesterday,
Мына жерде answerге жауап берген, я, мен кітап жақсы көрем. Не үшін жақсы көретінін айтқан, и example берген. Например, сіздер алыңыздар, я? Например, I like to cook деп айтыңыздар, because it helps to me unwind, yeah? For example, yesterday I made dinner, I made pleasure dinner for my family. Деп айтуға болады екен, я? Бірінші сіздер кукингті жақсы көретіндеріңіз айттыңыздар, не үшін жақсы көретіндеріңіз, и мысал келтірдіңіздер.
I started to read at least. Often send emails.
Yes, I often send
Енді қараңыздар, мына жерде хобби туралы айтты, бірінші оқу туралы айтты, одан кейін хобби туралы айтты, одан кейін мына жерде email туралы айтып жатыр. Әртүрлі тақырыптар рандомда келуі мүмкін. Сондықтан да осындай real экзамдарды қарағандыр YouTube-тан. Сол кезде сіздерге түсініктірек болады да, жалпы IELTS-ның форматы қалай өтеді, я, қандай сұрақтар келуі мүмкін. Мәселен, мынау видео 10 күн бұрын шыққан. Яғни қазір осындай сұрақтар спикингте қойылып жүр деген сөз да.
email related academic purpose. At least 4 or 5 emails each day.
Яғни бұл қыз жауап беріп жатыр, я, мен күніне 3-4 рет жіберемін дейді. Emaildарды.
As discussing about my assignment guidelines with my professor or coordinating with my classmates related group projects, etc.
How important do you think emails are in today's world?
Emails are highly important in
Сұраққа жауап бергендеріне қараңыз, я, қалай мына жерде структураны құрады, грамматиканы қалай құрап жатыр. Emails are highly important in today's world дейді, қазіргі әлемде email өте қатты маңызды деп айтып жатыр. Бұл өте efficient, бұл эффективно, иә, коммуникация жасаудың эффективный жолы қалай құрап жатқандарын қараңыздар сөйлемдерді. Осылардың сөйлем құрағандарын қарап жаттап алуға болады. Жаттап жазып, соны өздеріңіз қайталасаңыздар да болады. Например, мен өзіме солай жасаймын. Осы жерде айтылған күшті цитата болмаса сөздер болады ғой, мен соны өзіме жазып аламын да жаттаймын. Маған, например, осы метод спикингта көмектескен.
This world because it is a very efficient way of communication. It is easy information
This is information exchange дейді, иә. Information бұл информацияны оңай тасымалдауға көмектеседі. Exchange.
I usually send emails with my professor to discuss about assignment guidelines or just discuss with my classmate about some assignments. Yesterday I sent a last minute email дейді. Last minute email деген соңғы email деген сөз. иә, ең соңғы имейлін кеше бұл күнге жіберген, классмейтіне жіберген, иә, сыныптасына жіберген, чтобы проект туралы талқылау үшін.
Есімдер көп қолданады екен.
Ау?
Есімдерді жақсы көп қолданады екен.
Иә. Бірақ бір қарасаңыздар оңай сияқты, иә? Оңай жауап беріп жатыр. Қиын емес. Егер күнде осындай видеоларды қарап тұратын болсаңыздар, сіздерге көмектеседі. Естеріңізде қалады ана сөздер. Вот сарымен өздері белгілеп жатыр ғой, сондай сөздер жаттап алу керек. Қолдануға болады.
Email to my classmate to discuss about group project.
What kind of emails do you usually send?
I usually send academic related emails such as discussing about the project with my classmates, scheduling meetings with my colleagues or requesting clarification.
Scheduling meetings деген, яғни митингтар ұйымдастыру деген мағына. Коллегалармен бірге митингтар ұйымдастырады.
With my professors, such as the email I sent yesterday was related to quadratic equation.
How do you feel when you receive a personal email?
When I receive a personal email, I feel
When I receive a personal mail деп айтып жатыр, иә. When I receive a personal mail, когда мен жеке хат алған кезде, мен өзімді өте бақытты сезінем, я біреумен connection бар сияқты сезінем деп айтып жатыр. Very connected деп айтуға да болады екен. I feel connected.
Feel very happy and connected, especially when it is from a family friend or my close friend. Recently, I received an email from my dad encouraging me from my study.
I felt over the moon деген, I felt over the moon деген, мен өзімді өте қатты бақытты сезіндім деген сөз. Бұл идиома. I felt over the moon after reading it. Мен бұны оқығаннан кейін өзімді өте бақытты сезіндім, иә. Айға барып келген сияқты сезіндім деген мағына. Идиома жаттап алуға болады. Over the moon, to feel very happy.
And I felt over the moon after reading it.
Do you think emails are more convenient than traditional letters? Why or why not?
Yes, emails are more convenient than traditional letters because it facilitates
efficient communication. Facilitates деген make it easy. Я бір нәрсені жеңілдету деген мағынаны білдіреді. Instead of saying it makes too easy деген орнына facilitates деп айтуға болады екен. Бұл сөзді біз writingте де қолдана аламыз. Бұл Band 9 C1 Advanced Word.
Efficient communication, easy archiving, eliminate the traditional way of sending emails through postage. For example, if you want to send an email to an employer, it helps you to reach the resume easy to the employer with eliminating the time of sending the email.
How often do you check your email inbox?
I check my email inbox almost every day to keep myself updated about academic related information such as cancellation of any classes or just update myself with the university announcements.
Have you ever had any issues or misunderstandings due to email?
Misunderstanding дейді, misunderstanding деген недопонимание, я бір нәрсені дұрыс түсінбеу. Misunderstanding, miss деген суффиксті біз misbehaving деп қолдансақ та болады, иә. Misbehaving деген дұрыс емес әрекет жасау, например, қылмыс жасау, бұзықтық жасау, соны misbehaving деп айтуға болады. Misunderstanding, miscommunication, иә, дұрыс емес қарым-қатынас жасау деген мағынаны білдіреді.
Email communication.
Yes, there have been instances where there was miscommunication due to absence of non-verbal cues in email. A month ago, there was a misinterpretation of tone of an email which led to misunderstanding with one of my
Misinterpretation дейді, бір нәрсені қате түсіндіру. Неправильное толкование дейді ғой. Вот, соны misinterpretation деп айтады екен.
my classmate. It got resolved after speaking face to face with
If got resolved after speaking face to face with her дейді. Бұл мәселе онымен бетпе-бет face to face сөйлескеннен кейін барып шешілді.
her.
How do you feel about receiving promotional or marketing emails?
Promotional or marketing emails can be informative, but excess of them
Яғни promotional маркетингке қатысты бар имейлдар, я, сообщениялар, олар слишком, олар informative, я, информация беру мүмкін дейді, да, бірақ ол excess деген слишком, я, слишком көп. Excessive деген veryдің синонимі. Excess слишком көп. Себебі олар overwhelming ету мүмкін дейді. Overwhelming деген, например, достал дейді ғой, достал уже. Соны overwhelming деп айтуға болады. Excessive amount of information makes me overwhelming, yeah? Слишком көп информациялар мені надоедило деген сияқты, надоедать етеді деген сияқты.
can be overwhelming. I enjoy getting exclusive discounts.
Discounts деген скидка, я? Exclusive discounts деген эксклюзивті дискаунттар, яғни ешкім білмейді, сіз бірінші болып еститін скидкалар.
Or information about my favorite brand, but receiving them every day excessively
Every day excessively can be bothersome дейді. Оларды слишком көп алу, күнде слишком көп алу, ол кейде сенің жыныңа тиеді, ашуыңа тиеді, сен жалықтырады деген сияқты. Bothersome деген надоедливый дейді ғой. Сол мағынаны білдіреді.
can be bothersome.
That is the end of part 1. We will now continue with part
Жалпы осылай, егер сіздер каждый күн осы каналдан бір видео көрсеңіздер, сіздерге көмектеседі. Сіздер структурасын білесіздер, я, қалай жауап беру керек. И то бұл жерде қазір болып жатқан сұрақтарды көбінесе қояды. Сондықтан да осы каналды көруге сіздерге кеңес берем. Каждый сабақ сайын, сабақтың соңында осындай видеолар көріп тұрайық па? Осылай талқылап.
Иә, өте көптеп пайдалы екен.
Сіздер жалпы осы сабақтан бөлек күнделікті өмірде практика жасайсыздар ма? Видео қарап, әлде тек осы жерге келгенде ғана ма?
Free time. Бос уақытта.
Whenever you have free time, you practice, right?
Okay.
Сұрақтарыңыз бар ма?
Менде бір сұрақ бар еді.
Қоя беріңіз.